6 minutes, done.
Hey guys, welcome to Get in the Mix. After yesterday's off-the-cuff vlog video discussing the effects of business. Hey guys, welcome to Get in the Mix. After yesterday's off-the-cuff video discussing the effects of coronavirus on UK businesses, and in light of the fact that we've closed our showroom to adhere to government advice, we decided that we'd give you the showroom experience through our channel. Rodney's challenged me to do a 6-minute monitor comparison video discussing which monitors you might need, different sizes, different price points, a lot. So let's see if I can do it in time.
Yeah.
So the first monitors I want to talk about are the M Audio BX5s. Now these are a phenomenal value mid-range speaker that are a full-size monitor. Now these are perfect for any person that wants to DJ. Maybe you just started thinking about getting into a bit of production but you don't want to splash out too much money. They sound great, they've got a real amount of power, so they really pack a punch, and they've got a nice rounded sound. Now sounder. Now these sit at a great price point. They're approximately £80–90 per speaker, so you're looking between £160 to £180 for a pair, which is absolutely phenomenal for a pair, considering most monitors 5 inches, to go for the reference point, are normally about £130 a piece. So you're really looking at really great value, great sound. Now of course not everyone wants to spend that money or more, so we will cover one little set of cheaper options. We've got the M Audio AV32s and 42s, and of course the Mackie CR4s. Now all of these speakers sit in a great value range. You're looking anywhere between £75 for a pair to about £99 for a pair, which is a great price point for any beginner DJ, for any beginner producer, for someone that wants to play in a small room and doesn't want to deafen their neighbours or doesn't want to get kicked out of their shared accommodation. These are the speakers for you. Now I actually owned a pair of these in university, tiny little itty bitty room, itty bitty bed, but I wanted something to make music on that wasn't going to blow people away, and I was able to make all the stuff I needed for university, and that was studying sound engineering, so they're perfectly good enough for that, and of course DJing in my room, producing and having a bit of fun. So let's move on.
2 minutes, yep.
Next ones I want to cover are the Adam Audio T7 and 5Vs. Now these are an amazing speaker, particularly because of their ribbon tweeter. Now the ribbon tweeter gives a real nice clarity on the top end, but they aren't lacking in other areas. They've got a nice bit of bass and a nice rounded sound. Now that bass, some monitor speakers, especially DJ related ones, have got extra bass, because we humans, we like bass, we like low end, we like loudness. Other monitors have a nice flat response, they're more geared towards producing. Now what I say about these ones is they sit perfectly in the middle. So if you're someone that does producing but you also DJ and you want a full all-round speaker that's absolutely great value, because again these sit at about £128 for the 5-inch speaker. It's an absolutely great price point. Then these are the way to go for you. Now the next speaker I'll talk about is, of course, we can't do a monitor comparison without talking about KRK. So the KRK RP Rocket 5s. Now these are particularly great because they are so customizable. Now if I flip this speaker, we have a little look on the back, we've got a full digital DSP. Now what that DSP means is that we can boost and manipulate our sound to adjust and accord for our room. So for instance, if I'm a DJ and I just want to be using these to DJ in my room, I'm going to give it a nice little bass boost that we can see just here on the screen there. If I'm a producer and I'm making music, well actually I'm going to probably put it on flat because I want a nice true representation of my sound. But also, even one step further, is they have an app that will analyze your room and give you an EQ setting recommendation based on that. So again, really customizable, covers the whole spectrum, whether you're producing, DJing, the lot, doesn't matter. They do come at a cost. They are one of the more costly speakers, about £150 for the RP5 approximately, don't quote me on that, but they are a great all-rounder that covers all the spectrums. Now the last monitor that I want to discuss is my favourite, the Yamaha HS5, HS7 and HS8. So they come in 3 sizes, so depending on your size of your room you might choose a different size. Small rooms, go for the smaller ones, big room, go for the big ones. But why are these so good? Ooh, boom, like a bit of bass over there. Why are these so good? These are so good because they have a flat response and an absolute phenomenal clarity. Now again, what does that mean? Well, if you're making music, if you're a producer, these are the ones for you because they have a true representation of your sound. If you're not bothered about DJing, you're not bothered about that customizability, and you want something that's just the best for making music, these are the way to go, because they're a flat response. And when I say flat response, I mean that means that what you hear from this speaker is what it actually sounds like. Now, I can make a song on a pair of speakers that has a real bass boost and get it sounding perfect. I think that sounds amazing. That's exactly how I want that song to sound. And then I might take that song, put it in my headphones, put it on another pair of speakers, and suddenly I'm like, well, where's the bass gone? Why is it so quiet? And that's because the speaker itself was boosting that bass. It was giving you extra low, and then as soon as I put it through another system, well, that bass is gone. But what these benefit is they give you a true representation of your sound. What you hear is what you get. And again, because of the real top end quality on the high end there, you get an amazing clarity on the top end. And phenomenally, they've been around the longest out of all these speakers. They are the cheapest out of the full range, full size speakers we're talking about here, at around 120 something pounds, but absolutely phenomenal value and phenomenal clarity. Now, I'm not sure whether I've done it in my time limit or not. I have. I'm inside the time limit, and as I said.
Alright, let's say I want to blow the room. What's the biggest speaker?
Well, you want to blow the room?
Yeah,
let's look at a daddy like this.
Right.
Big boy RP8s from Rocket, or even the Yamaha HS8. Now, these are for big boy studios, big boy rooms. You know, they're not needed for everyone. If you've got a small room, I wouldn't worry. You know, you're gonna just annoy your parents, your roommate, your neighbours, whoever you live with. But if you've got a nice bit of space, a nice big room, these are the way to go. Again, production, all-rounder, production and DJ. And then we look at, you can get BX8s, for instance, the ones we talked about earlier, budget, big size for DJs and that as well.
Well, the truth is I scammed you because now you've gone over the
you mugged me off, Rodney. I've been absolute mug. But one thing I would like to say is that I haven't covered all the monitors in the world. You know, we sell a lot more monitors here, and the video to cover them all would be ridiculously long. So there are a couple of honourable mentions here in the showroom. Alesis makes some great budget speakers like the Elevates. Mackie makes some phenomenal studio monitors called the MR. I've got one over here, the MR524. They sound great, work perfectly in any studio. So they're all worth considering. We thought we'd cover the main ones today. As always, like if you like, dislike if you dislike, chuck us a comment in the comment section, and be sure to subscribe, and make sure to get in the mix.